What is the Emperor's will? Quickly fight and die. What is death? Death. What is it that gives us purpose? What is it that gives the war purpose? Vanquish the foes of Hitler. The heretic! The alien! The mutants! The heretic! The alien! The mutants! What is it to be an enemy of the Emperor? What is to be dead? What is it to be the instrument of the Emperor's damnation? We, the Space Marines, the angels of death. What is it to be a Space Marine? It is to be pure, to be strong, to show no pain, no mercy, no remorse, no remorse. What is it to be pure? To know no fear. Denies faith. Heresy grows from idleness. To admit defeat is to blaspheme against the Emperor. For those who seek perfection, there can be no rest on this side of the grave. Even a man who has nothing can still offer his life. The man who has nothing can still have faith. Success is measured in blood. Yours or your enemies.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to Tattletale's RPG, where the table may be virtual, but you are most certainly welcome at it. Now, where last we left off, Kill Team Salvation has struck against the Aravisian. They have engaged the enemy and attempted to take out the to gauge the enemy's intent, I think is probably a better way of putting it, right? You're able to go deep behind enemy lines to engage them at the black heart of the Dark Mechanicum's lair. Whew, for some reason that was really fucking hard to say. However, you found yourselves beset by a foe known as the Catalogian, a demonic monster that had taken the form of an Imperial Knight Titan deep beneath. And my stutter has played up. Thank you, Gabe. Fucking cunt. Thank you. Right. Hello, welcome to Tattletale's RPG, where the DM can't fucking talk, apparently. Shit happened, just all went wrong. You went up against the Catalogian, an Imperial Knight possessed by a demon of Khorne. While you eventually did emerge victorious with the help of Brother Severus Agamon of the Ultramarines, who had informed you that the hero of the Ultramarines by the name of Cato Sicarius had fallen to Slanesh, you were unable to actually save the lives of your colleagues. The first to fall was Inquisitor Cadigan, the main naysayer to Valerie Reed. And then, so fell Calypso Beta Rho as well. You're able to fight your way through, making a fighting retreat out of the guts of the Data Ossuary, but not with the information that you had hoped to gain. As you have returned back... Oh no, you did get the info you needed. As you have returned back to the Dreadspear under the command of Captain Ambrose, you have been introduced to a failsafe that Inquisitor Cadigan left behind. A death cult assassin by the name of Andromeda. You have been joined by the Sin Feast's High Executioner and Chapter Master, alongside Brother Serpens. But despite all of this, there is a aching hole in your ranks. And we pick up very simply where we left off, in the darkness of the bridge of the Dreadspear. The members of the Sin Feast who are present will reclude themselves into the chapel, where they will be muttering prayers. We do essentially have time for what is the equivalent of a long rest, but it is up to you how you wish to spend it. You are welcome to rearm, resupply, make ready for the next wave of war that is inevitably coming. And you may choose amongst your swiftly dwindling allies what your next steps are. Is there anyone who wants to lead the way?
Be on his way to do a little bit of meditation. It is preparing for battle. Did Andromeda want to speak with him? Because that was brought up last session.
Andromeda will stalk the fuck out of you.
Fair enough. He'll tend not to notice.
See if you try and notice. She might be stealthy. You never know.
Andromeda giving yandere anime girlfriend vibes now. Please never do that again.
Andromeda will do an awareness to see if she has been followed.
Make a stealth check from George, and other way around. Stealth check from Andromeda, awareness check from George. Sorry, I'm periodically muting because I'm eating an apple, and the last thing I think you guys want to hear is my pussy munching skills. Like,
God damn.
As well as your stream hearing that as well.
Except for Liam, I know he likes.
Based off of the episode of Curry Cock.
I will.
You leave Curry Cock out of this good Christian stream.
May I use Space Marine implants, Bob?
You may indeed.
God damn.
Up next, Tikka Masala penis.
Just about success on my end.
Okie dokie.
Thanks to the implants.
Get fucked, I'm bitter about this. 10 successes for a Death Cult assassin.
Jesus. So,
alright, fuck you, alright. No,
you want to dance, pretty boy?
I'm not petty. I'm very petty. I'm very petty.
He's petty. I was going to say, Liam's being petty.
Fine.
11 successes. There's a moment as Brother Fool enters into the private chapel that is also Reed's quarters, that is also the side room, that is also... Yes. And he goes to sort of kneel before the shrine of the Emperor. A small silverate statue of the Emperor in his fatherly sort of form. Not the golden, majestic warrior that is often adorized, but rather the quiet, sort of hunched man, more resembling the Sigillite than anything else. And Fool, you do not see Andromeda, you do not hear her or anything, but you are a psyker, and you can sense threats before they manifest. Pardon me, hiccups.
Kind of knowing where she is, but not wanting her to remove herself from cover, from stealth. If you'd allow it, Liam, you would cast telepathy. Not turning to face you or anything, not to give away your position.
Yeah, sure.
If that is okay with the DM.
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me. Go for it.
I believe telepathy is DN3, but I will check.
Should be. I believe it is.
Is Calliope okay with it?
Sorry, I need Calliope's permission.
Why Calliope?
She's the fucking snooping little bitch.
I know where Calliope is right now, don't you, why? I have a tracker on her. As a DM, I have Calliope tracker.
You make it... No, we're not going there.
Go on, bitch.
Great, you got a fucking collar on it. On Reed's daughter, great.
Don't sass me, I'll put one on you too.
It is telepathy. Yes, it is DN3. It is indeed.
Roll away.
I saw that complication, I saw it.
I do succeed. So there, if Andromeda allows it, there will be a telepathic link.
Andromeda will accept the Voxbook call.
New friend request.
Precisely. All that Brian, all that Thrall would hear as a response to his reach out. I wondered when you would call.
I knew you were there, but you remaining hidden is a benefit. To that end, I require... Tell me. You're not Calliope, are you? The new Order Malleus Inquisitor.
Shoot her, not me.
I am not Calliope, but I know that she would appreciate that is exactly what she would say. But tell me, your body language betrays you. I believed Reed, you did not.
Say again, Liam. Apologies. I was reading something briefly.
Your body language betrays you. Reed came across genuine. You froze up like an Imperial Guardsman staring down the barrel of a Commissar's gun.
It is not fear, if that is what you're implying.
Disbelief.
That woman is a snake.
She's an Inquisitor.
A sneaky
He lied. That was not Cadigan's will. Never was. It is true that he wished to work with Reed to an extent. There were greater enemies. And whether, and this is the truth, whether you are Calliope or it is not. What Reed said was complete falsehood. The only smidgen of truth is that they had the same enemy. Perhaps, in some way, they did respect one another.
Ah. She did not speak with for my chosen lord, then.
No.
And you still think you do?
No. No longer.
Good, because I do not either. I serve him in life and death. But Inquisitors are fickle. And this one seems rather more so than most.
It is not
What?
about... Sorry, carry on.
What was my lord's plan for her?
Uncertain. I'm pretty sure Ryan knew of the true opposition for Cadigan to Reed, to the point where he may potentially try to kill Reed. I don't think Thrall did. I think he just knew Cadigan was somewhat ambitious to some degree. But I could just be failing to remember any conversation we had where he had intention to oppose her.
If I may, because it's on my mind, there were a few conversations between Thrall and Cadigan where you did discuss the nature of the end goal with Reed. It was more along the lines of Cadigan sort of being, this shit is going to go down, and Thrall was acting much more like the voice of reason. I wouldn't say you ever came to a conclusion that you were going to kill one or the other, but it was certainly implied, if that helps.
Yeah.
The way of things with Inquisitors.
Yes.
Cadigan saw Reed as an ally and a threat in equal measure. I don't need to be insightful to figure that out. That is only through experience in being at his side for so long.
We have countless enemies, it seems. And we cannot afford to be choosy at this particular moment. If Reed is a threat to my lord's wishes, or the Imperium, then I have faith that the Emperor protects those loyal.
We may not truly be able to serve our Lord Cadigan any longer. Something has gone awry. Something I could not say, not openly. Not to
Go
read.
on. If it involves my lord, tell me.
I have to kind of read telepathy for a second. I don't know if I fully trust you, like that you're not Calliope. That shit's got him paranoid.
Insight check is more than doable. I'm glad I've managed to sow absolute paranoia amongst you.
I've only got a 1 in insight. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, fair. You cannot be certain this isn't Calliope. Because you also know I would ask Liam to do that for me if I ever needed to.
Yeah.
Cadogan was ruled by things more in line with his occupation than most. It took a toll on him in ways that are not.
And yet you have retrieved something of his. You mentioned so. What was it, and why will you not share it?
It is the mask of our foreborn lord. And
You have Andromeda's undivided attention now.
I have a question, Liam. How much about the mask would Andromeda know? Because it's post her going into cryo.
It's post her going into cryo, but she wouldn't know jack shit.
Okay,
As long as it
just want to confirm that.
As long as it belonged to him, it's a relic to her.
That's it. I just wanted to confirm you don't know any of the demon
No.
shit.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
The mask was given to him after he took a serious injury at the hands of the Sin Feast, of which then, in perhaps a bout of zealotry, in trying to in seeking the Emperor's protection, he donned a new mask, a new face, and it saw him through even the most even through the realm of tricksters. It, however, much like many things who come in contact with the warp, it is now been influenced by such a space. It is now too dangerous to be held by mortal hands.
Holds it out.
Then perhaps it is wise that it is kept. No, we want security. I would like my lord's mask returned, but if it is as you say, I cannot touch it. Sanctify it if you can, but more importantly, keep my lord's legacy intact. I will not have another Inquisitor besmirch him in a vain attempt at furthering her own goal. And because she's a mysterious little bitch, she is going to avail herself of the room. She's going to make it across as she's seen what she came to see.
Okay.
Do not turn around, Thrall. But you have a friend in me.
Which I think would you then cut the communication on your end, or would you keep that open?
I would cut it.
Yeah, that's. Thorgal would. There's a little like jolt as he's pushed back into his own mind twicefold, and then he would just remain still, as he always has.
Andromeda would Pink Panther this shit.
Does Andromeda have a former private quarters? Like somewhere she would go?
She has her cryopod.
You would find that Andromeda has been set up with her own area, her own location to sort of, what's the word? Exist within. It's a small room, but just for a little bit of character insight, what would a private space look like for Andromeda?
Andromeda's private space would be sparsely adorned with scriptures. It would be adorned with weapon maintenance gear. It would be adorned with, if she had any, old trophies, but she doesn't. Death Cult don't keep trophies. But what she has kept is the bullets
Okay.
from her old targets. And that's simply in a jar.
As Andromeda sort of checks the jar and it rattles with the bullets, does she wear a, You hear a voice, Liam, echoing around the room to you. Agent Andromeda. Are you there?
I am here. Identify.
Identify. That's the irony. This is Katagan.
Huh?
This is Katagan, Agent. I am still on the vessel.
My lord. My lord?
I have been able to access the Dark Priest's Vox Psi relay. Ask
Could I
Staffis.
insight that?
Oh, can I finish what he was going to? Can I finish what he was going to say
sorry.
first?
Yeah, of course.
Ask Staffis. Was there a body? Ask Staffis. And then you, with that, make an insight.
DM.
I'm not going to tell you.
If fucking rude, to be honest, but fine.
Alright. I have my reasons.
2 successes.
You have no quantifiable way to know if this is real or not.
Andromeda would sink to her knees and bow her head. My lord, if this is you...
For the sake of sanity, I'm just going to put his token on the map.
If this is you, my lord, you know better than most. What was the protocol that you initiated my reawakening? What was it called?
I'm going to have to make a little tech check on that one to see if I got the systems. Not a mind reader. Okay. I'm actually going to have to message you on that one, Liam.
As DM, you know.
I have forgotten.
Good.
You can also just say.
This would be Cadigan's and Ambrose private contingency orders. It was listed in my backstory as the Mortis Protocol.
Mortis Protocol, that was it, yes.
Would it be I don't know what check would it be against, or would it be a pass?
This isn't
for you?
against. I've made a tech check for reasons. looks familiar. It has been some time.
My lord, it has been far too long since I have heard you. Where are you?
Vision left behind. You have been awakened. This is good. This is good indeed. But far from ideal. I know you cannot trust me, and I would be disappointed if you did. My blade asks the others, was there a body left behind? Are you familiar with, what's it called? Not a warp shunt field, the tech that teleports someone out when they get killed, when they get hit. A bunch of Inquisitors have them. The lady in Commissar Kane has one and fucking abuses it all the time. What are they called? Oh, I can't fucking remember. Yeah, but let's call it a warp shunt field, but yeah, one of those. Warp shunt field, my friend. I am hiding, though I am cowardly to admit it.
My lord, I will retrieve you from the Aravisian myself.
A fine thought. I would be surprised if this will be an option. But perhaps. No, Andromeda. I have a more tactful idea.
My lord, what are your orders? I live for you and I serve you.
My orders are simple, my friend. I am more valuable to the Emperor dead than I am alive. When I was alive, Reed had her eyes on me, eh? But as a dead man, she thinks she is safe, my friend. And oh, Andromeda, she will never be safe. Work with Inquisitor Reed. I will find my way off of this. Work with my acolyte. She knows what to do. And when the time is right, cut the bitch's throat, eh? We must be the subtle snake in the dark. You will not hear from me again until I come with the lion's roar, eh?
And when that time comes, I swear to you, your will shall be done.
As it
She
is,
gets the message of what you're trying to imply here.
as it is in Terra, as it is in the warp. By the Emperor's blood, Andromeda Lupergo. If this is the son of the Emperor, he will need guidance. And a half-mad Inquisitor is not the woman to guide him. Play the part, my friend, and keep your fist behind your back. I shall fly the system, and I shall gather an army like the which the void has not seen since the days of Horus Lupercal. We will meet again, my friend. Goodbye.
Andromeda would just put her forehead to the floor at this point. There has been years of training and damn near impossible conditioning. She is devoted.
The voice ceases. For the sake of fairness, as the voice ceases, I will allow one more awareness check. However, I will inform you the DN is 12.
Oh boy, I need a 6 on every fucking roll.
You have no compunction, as far as you know. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. Inquisitor Cadigan just reached out to you.
She would take the hints that has been given that no body was recovered, only the mask was retrieved. It's clear to her that somebody's playing some fucking trickery. Either Cadigan, in the likeliness, has not returned, but her blind devotion, someone's made it so he hasn't got on board the Dread Spear, and that makes everyone to her suspect. Although, we'll say, aside for less so for Thrall, because she's already had a conversation with him.
Somewhere, however, Cadigan is now going to be rolling to sneak off the Aravisian. We'll see. Cadigan. Okay.
God damn it.
We will move on from that little spicy encounter. What would you like to do?
Is it possible that while that was happening, I could have had a word with Reed?
Absolutely. You'd find Reed still at the tactical map.
So seeing this new suspicious ally sort of walk off, and I imagine Thrall was following her, right?
Well, she was following Thrall. The last you saw.
But yeah. He's not the most tactful, but as soon as they're gone and Reed's sort of alone, if there's a moment, Aegis will approach her.
Okay. Before you do, though, as you sort of approach Reed, you see Brother Serpens steps forward from Reed's shoulder, and he holds out his arm in the warrior's embrace.
Master Aegis, I'm glad to see you have yet again survived.
I think Discord is...
Fucking voice mod. He says, well met, I'm glad to see you survived. Fucking Discord being a dickwit.
It was tenuous at times.
Indeed, brother. I am also... My heart is heavy to hear of the loss of Inquisitor Cadigan. For those we cherish, we die in glory. And it sounds, facing a Knight Titan 10 times his own size, Inquisitor Cadigan did indeed die in glory. I am glad it was a worthy death.
It may be the only time a mortal has fell a knight and knocked it prone.
I am certain the galaxy is littered with tales of heroism of the acts of mortals. It is a humbling reminder that we are but the shield and they those behind it. If you would have me, Captain, for the last I checked you were still squad leader of Salvation, I would rejoin your ranks and march alongside you both once again.
Is he referring to me as captain?
Yeah, because last time Serpens was with the party, you were the squad leader.
That was a...
As far as he knows, that's not changed.
period, but I am no longer captain. It was not my strong suit, if you will. At the moment, we are somewhat listless. Out of game, do we have a definitive... I don't think we really do, right?
You are going to be discussing going towards the Gene Labs, I believe is your next move. Serpens bows his head. To what end did you believe you were unworthy of command, my friend?
There are certain qualifications that I find inefficient, unfortunately, that are needed to run. How would you explain this? The messy situations between various allies, of many of which I regrettably detest. I will not think to these levels.
To be a man of the 10th, surrounded by Xenos and the most foul of grey areas, must be trying indeed. But for what you may have lost in tactical wit, brother, you have certainly cherished in wisdom. It takes a wise man to know when he is not suited for a task. Well met, brother. And he bows his head. I will join you on the next venture and see that my melter runs hot.
Indeed.
And he
Welcome it.
Serpent sort of clasps you on the shoulder and nods his head and slides to the side, and you see Kalis gives you a nod as well. There's certainly a sort of a camaraderie forming of like the few survivors remaining. Like Kalis is, I think, one of the last OG NPCs remaining. You know, you guys have lost player characters. I'm losing all my characters over here. But as you sort of enter into the strategium, you can see Ambrose and Reed stood over a command console. Reed is gesturing to the Aravisian. It certainly won't do well to have a clone of my dear friend Cadigan running around. We must ensure, Peregrinus, that they do not corrupt him, twist his nature. And if our suspicions are correct about their ability to learn from him, do you not agree we must strike with all due haste?
We will
What
not
was the-
allow... Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, what was the exact condition of his body as we remembered? Wasn't it like
As I described it, as he got hit by a Reaper chainsword and he was vaporized.
right?
All that was left was a mask on the ground.
If I'm able to interject in this conversation, I would,
This is what's being said as you approach.
but sorry to interrupt, but his body was vaporized, was it not?
Reed sort of looks. As far as we are aware from the battle logs and recordings from your Vox feeds and helm displays, it is hard to tell. As he was struck by the chain blade, there is a flash of light, and then there is naught but blood and mist. This could be the discharge of his refractor field. This could be some other entity leaving. It could be a side effect of the Catalogians' bastardry arts. There are any number of foulnesses that it could have been. But indeed, there is no body remaining.
We should not allow even the chance of an Inquisitor to be corrupted in this manner. Should the positions be reversed, Inquisitor Reed, I am certain the knowledge that you hold should not in any case be held with our enemies.
She inclines her head. You could not be more correct, Peregrinus. It appears the way before us is somewhat simple then. We have already witnessed the blasphemies of these Black Iron legionaries. Perhaps it is time that we shut this operation down. And as she says that, you see Severus Agamemnon steps forwards. These creatures were made from my blood and the blood of the 13th Primarch. If we strike against the clone labs, you can count my blade in. And as he's sort of saying this, I will say that the rest of the party, I think, can enter this, as we are just, entering discussion now of, next steps.
Although I will question, Brother Aegis, your abilities during that mission. Impressive, I must say, but what is your analysis of the mission in total? Of its leadership? Or what should be done moving forwards? You have proven quite capable as a leader, and your input would be invaluable.
My initial vote was to put forth the leadership of Beta Eclipse Rho, but in hindsight, that is much as it grieves me, may have been a mistake. His zealous nature for the mission at hand overrid his logical analysis, in my opinion. I too felt the pull of zealotry, but no more than my normal desire to vanquish the Imperium's enemies. I fear that he took too much of an aggressive pull, and it's thus inspired the group to rush in heedlessly.
As you say that, Reed nods. Calypso was always a volatile tech priest. It's why I liked him so much.
But to be honest, we had to accept some losses against such a great a foe, and it could have been much worse. So, a victory nonetheless.
A victory with cost.
How close would these two be? I mean, obviously, Reed's confiding in him. He was there for. Was Ambrose there for the sort of the meeting where we talked about calling people?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if it's just us alone, I would try to get a quick word in about the sort of this new mysterious ally that's arrived, and my mistrust for this fortuitous timing. You know, I would essentially say that I do not trust this perfect timing of an ally of a, you know, someone who is quite vocal against you.
Actually, yeah, this conversation they definitely don't arrive for. So while this conversation is happening, Fool is praying and Andromeda is having a schizo episode with Cadigan. This is the timings of this. So everyone around the table is, except Ambrose, is a pretty diehard Reedite. And I think at that, Amet would lean forwards. Criticism is always welcome, of course. But let us not forget that Inquisitor Reed bears the sigil and the will of the Emperor with her. More so, with the death of Inquisitor Cadigan. As sorrowful as such a loss is, it does mean that Inquisitor Reed, with exception to myself, is now the highest ranking official aboard this vessel. And as such, the Emperor works through her. And there's a few murmurs of assent. You will notice, however, the one person who says nothing is actually Kalis.
As always.
Sorry. Ambrose would bow to Ahmet. That I am not debating. However, Aegis, I assume you refer to the fortuitous timing of Agent Ira.
Yes.
A long ally of Cadigan, and one that I am not privy to all of its details. But it would be wise not to question your allies, Aegis. Similarly as you do not question those of other Astartes chapters, it is not prudent nor place for anyone here to question the loyalty to the Emperor of anyone here.
In response to that, just before Aegis, crushes your skull, Reed would go, there is no doubt that everybody here is loyal to the Emperor of mankind, and to his son, the Star Child, the Sensei. However, Cadigan was of a different breed, Ambrose. To my knowledge, the Sensei were long persecuted, killed by the Inquisition, and now we have a true firstborn son of the Emperor. It is not a case of worship, it is not a case of who is right and who is wrong. It is a case of doing the right thing.
Always with
Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say, as always with conversations, somehow the whole thing has gone sideways. You know, like A just meant it to go one direction, and somehow it's gone slightly adjacent, and he's sort of confused. I simply only meant to, reiterate that, similar to the last situation, I was fully in agreement with you and ready to follow any order. And as pertaining to this person, if the time should arise, I too, once again, stand at the ready.
Reed inclines, bows her head to you. Your loyalty does you credit, Brother Aegis. It would be at this point that people would start showing back up. I think Andromeda, you would come join. Thruul. Where's Calliope on the map? I can't spot her. Bum, 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 bum.
By the way, I
Calliope?
did not let the previous scene change what I was gonna say.
No, absolutely. Didn't think you would.
Yeah, because like, as these new allies keep showing up, like Aegis gonna keep iterating that, like, yeah, if any of them cause it, you know, at this point, like he's ready.
He's ready to fucking go.
As soon as she was like, blood and fire, he was like, all right, yeah, let's get
Man, at this point, Reed is just like, why didn't I exclusively recruit Iron Hands?
Well,
I guess she did. I guess that's what happened to Clan Tembara. Whoops.
He's a special case of fucked up, I think. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. So, with the picture of the Aravisian on the screen, Reed would lean forwards. We have licked our wounds. We are not without our loss. Newcomer, Agent Ida. What say you of our battle plans? What do you make of them?
Not unachievable. Though my main concern being that, not harshly, you are Astartes. You are not meant for covert and isolated warfare. You are the instrument of which his will is brought to bear, not the scalpel. I am concerned that alarms throughout the Aravisian will sound long before we get to our destination, and resistance shall be heavy.
Reed nods her head. There is certainly no doubt that with the loss of Calypso, a concealed insertion is now near impossible.
Upsetting, but I volunteer myself to be part of that scalpel. Every good hammer needs some backup every now and then.
Agreed.
I would also suggest, if it would be prudent, that perhaps Calliope, is it? Be my second on that.
Calliope looks to you and smiles. I could be persuaded. I haven't seen action in some time, so are you suggesting a sort of team up?
A soiree, of course.
Calliope smiles. Then perhaps if we were to scout ahead of the force before the assault, we could do some good. Let us plan an assault, and then you and I will talk. Was it Ira?
Please, call me Andromeda. Your mother seems to.
She looks at you dead in the eyes with a half smile, and you get the feeling there's layers to the next sentence, but she goes, I am not my mother. And gives you a look.
And I think that the one conclusion that for that piece of RP is that Calliope looking at Andromeda, like, Andromeda's not perfect, like she's not Cadogan, but over the years of like interacting with him, she knows a Cadogan smirk when she sees one.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a perfect way to describe a Cadogan smirk, yeah. So yeah, she says, I am certainly not my mother. And I'll also say everyone who's at the table, which at this point is everyone, also sees the physical flinch. OBS, why did you just fucking disconnect, you sumbitch? It says it's back, I don't trust it. So, let's discuss. You're going to the Genitor Labs. You do not know what you're up against. You can perform preliminary scans. However, the enemy will know you're coming. Hands down.
This is the simplest time that we have ever had to do something. Assassin, wait till we make lots and lots of noise. Sneak in, break whatever you need to, get out, kill anybody important that you find, and then we kill everybody else. It's the simplest and brutalist approach to allow a scalpel.
In response to that, Calliope will look and go, what if we got you through the door? What say us all to that?
As in, you get within first and foremost.
It is little comfort, I am sure, for everyone here. But you all know well my abilities of polymorphine and my nature as a trained Officio Assassinorum agent. And she again catches Andromeda's eye as she basically says, I'm an official assassin? Like, just a little bit of sass? If I were to disguise myself, perhaps as a tech adept, or... There are limitations, of course, but if I were to disguise myself as someone who at a glancery notice would pass, perhaps I could get close with Andromeda as a captive. And we were to be able to disable enemies where we can.
And
You're pretty good.
do a scholar check with his knowledge of chaos. To know if there's any kind of supernatural screening that possibly chaos is known for. At the very least, the Dark Mechanicum.
Yeah, I'll allow it. It will be DN4. It's tricky. I can allow it.
Using Lawmaster, it's okay.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, the idea I'm going off of is like, I think to most mortal eyes, I think Calliope could slip past, but what if they're using effectively like flesh hounds?
Or
like
psychers, or anything like that. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to spot Calliope. She has various abilities, like polymorphine, she can cameline herself to be practically invisible, she could do all sorts of cool shit, but at the end of the day, a psych is a psyker, and if she activates the null zone to counter a psyker, that's just as big as setting off a fucking beacon, isn't it? Like, it's a tricky one.
I think whilst Thrula's doing that role, I'm trying not to make it like the sass of Cadogan v Reed, but Andromeda would just look at her nails subtly. So, yes, Assassinus is well known. Fantastic.
She smiles. A reputation is never a bad thing to have, Andromeda. So, what say you? Shall we be ahead of the Force?
I have no issue.
George?
Through got 11 successes.
11 successes. It really depends. On the outer limits, probably not so much. Somewhere like the Genitor Labs, you're probably not going to see that level of screening, unless they have some really fucked up Dark Mechanicum shit going on. Like, like Void Call level, you stick your hand in the door lock and merge with it in order to open the door sort of thing. That's less likely, but the deeper you go, that becomes more likely.
Through perpetrates information by. Give me a second. Here we go. I'm not opposed to the idea of a more subtle approach at first, though I must warn that you must not delve too deep. We do not fully know the trickery of which the Dark Mechanicum and that of the overall the arch enemy have at their disposal. They may have supernatural means of detecting you, Calliope. And if they find you out, I don't even...
Perhaps then a middle ground, Rutherford. Majority of us are blessed in that we wield Terminator battle armor, and Lord Ambrose, does the Dreadspear come with a teleportarium?
Ambrose would just cough and sputter for a second and just look inside his Admiralty coat and pull out a thick book of technical schematics to the Dreadspear. It's been a long while since we've used it, but I believe so.
Very good. Get it juiced up and warm. If I bring a teleport homer with me, as long as we infiltrate just enough. Yes?
Fair warning, Calliope, that if we are detected and that transportation is active, we invite boarders.
This is true. We will need a distraction. As she says we will need a distraction, this isn't me trying to tailor, but, I mean, these guys are here. I'm just going to put this in. You've got a bunch of suicidal flesh-eating martyrs to hand. Just saying.
You also have a space wolf who is adamant on getting
the distraction. Sorry, go on.
He's adamant on getting some blood spill.
Yes, so what she's suggesting is going into the middle of the enemy's defences and teleporting you all in as like a fucking deep strike. The distraction needs to be on a ship level. It needs to be something to distract the Aravisian, essentially, like the gun batteries, their own countermeasures. It's not going to be one guy distracting, it needs to be like the Dreadspear or something like that.
That and a great distraction would be, hello, we got a man in golden armor. Come chase me. You want my DNA? Come on.
You could also use Ad. That is true.
Yeah, because they were very, very keen in gaining a DNA sample from a custodian, and that would be a very tempting target.
Well, they were very keen to kill a custodian, but that's just general, we don't fucking like them. But yes.
It was just an idea, not to shoot David down.
No, not at all.
Oh, no, well, no.
Both of them.
Fly a lone ship out there, come catch me, bitches, and just smile.
You joke, I'm listening to the new Scouring book series, the ones that set off the heresy. First book, that has fucking happened. The traitors are all running away from Terror, and there's a solar pattern Stormbird that does that. There's an Iron Warrior who just fucking bails as they're all fleeing Terror. So you joke, but it's a thing.
Yeah, a custodian that's shouting out to the void, I hope no one follows me!
Oh no!
Got popsicles and gene seed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
boy.
away with this.
Now we're talking.
Away. Foul Damon!
Hey, that's no way to talk about my pet wolf.
Alright, cute demon, but fine.
Calliope Reed will go. So, if myself and Andromeda sneak aboard the Aravisian, we will of course fly on. The distraction will be provided by the Sin Feast. Once we are in position, we can call in a teleport strike. Is this agreeable?
I am in agreement.
Oh, yeah.
Very well.
She bows her head. Then let us make ready. These gene labs must be destroyed. If my master Cadagan's legacy is to be preserved and honoured, we will not allow them to continue their wretched existence.
Is that Calliope?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, sorry, voice mod is cancelling. Every time I use voice mod, it's muffling Discord. I don't know why, and it makes me cry.
No, it's absolutely fine, because Andromeda would go kind of doughy-eyed at that.
No.
It's like, oh, I got another bitch. A bitch who look Cadigan like me. But she was more successful, to be honest. But side piece.
We'll Calliope will catch you in a minute. We will discuss. So, you guys are welcome to rearm, refuel, do whatever you do what you gotta do.
As a question, mechanically, do I have all of my points in faith prior to the mission, or do I have to gain them?
I believe you just have them. They're a resource you spend. Better person to ask is actually George, because I think George knows more about the faith than I do with Ryan.
Yes. Yes, the answer to that question,
Thank you, George.
is that you actually have your faith points from the get-go. They are a resource that replenishes, much like Wrath, at the beginning of every session. However, much like Wrath, depending on your acts of devotion, the GM can also give you your faith points back if you show that if you do something truly of a holy disposition.
Thank you, man, Margaret.
Oh man, I can't wait.
So the TLDR, yes, you get at the start of the game. DM can give you more if he thinks you're worthy of it.
No.
Other than that, it is a finite resource till your next session.
But DM, I've been a good death cult assassin.
Just for that, I'm going to give myself a point of ruin.
Understandable. Oh, he gave himself 5.
I get ruin equal to how many players are in the session. I should stress, I'm not just blatantly cheating.
Oh yeah.
Cheating, however. Okay.
Checked out.
In that case, I will allow, if you wish to make initial augury scanners of the Aravisian, it will be a DN6 tech check, but it's free. And if you pass, I will show you the map of the area you are going to. As you essentially scan the area, like you precise scan where you want to infiltrate.
Aegis, you will have my one.
Gladly. Alright.
I can allow anyone to give help actions.
What is it? Awareness?
Tech.
Tech. You may have my one.
Fuck it, I want to be included. You can have one from Calliope, though her tech is actually really fucking good.
And my 0.
And my axe.
0 2.
Gristle plugs in.
I can take one from Glory if you want.
You greedy fucking... Yeah, alright.
How dare you deny our 2 zeros?
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn, he's taking out right now. With the complication.
Look at all them wrath die.
So, as you begin to gear up, because this is pre-mission, you can make oaths of moment, decide on a squad leader, all of that good stuff. As you begin to gear up, tech up, Aegis, you're able to get into the Aravisian's systems. Calliope opposite you is helping, playing at the controls. For a moment, you could swear you see the flash of a vox bead on the Aravisian, and then it disappears, one of the ones linked to your systems. But it blinks, blink and you miss it, and it's gone. However, You are then able to gain an augury scan of the surrounding areas of the Genitor labs. And this is the very shitty map I whipped up. Here's one I prepared earlier. Oh no, there's no lighting. Hang on, there we go. Save changes, darling, there you go. Tried to make it look like a 40k data slate. So, you would be engaging at the access spine, but there is obviously these areas as well.
I like this format of map.
Yeah, it tickled my brain as well. I'm trying to make more like it.
It's map. I too like this map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, was this just for like information access, or was this like a?
just to show
a map
you,
of
you're
what
going to be coming in at the access spine. It's then like if you want to plan where you then strike and what you do next. You know, I'm just giving you guys info so you can do with it what you want.
Yeah. Well, obviously we're trying to go to the biologics chamber, right? To guarantee we can shut that down. So they will have to make their way into there, and they have the teleport beacon on them.
Calliope and Andromeda will, yes.
Okay. Now it's a little off topic, but what was that beat of communication?
It's gonna take a DN10 tech check to be able to work out what that was.
Maybe I'll do that afterwards.
It's not one you can do afterwards. It was there instantly and gone. Like I said, it was blink and you miss it. You either catch it or you don't.
Do I still have everybody's assistance?
You would be -1 because Calliope is helping with this elsewhere, so you wouldn't get hers. But everyone else can assist if they wish.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's a chance.
They have by 1.
I would be like, what? What was that? You try to analyze it.
Oof, 8 successes.
Complicated.
On 8 successes and a complication, it looked for a moment what is delightfully referred to in 40k as a data squirt. Essentially a swift acting data packet of information from an external source. The only thing you see is that it had the ident of Inquisitor Cadogan von Auchmerzer.
Our worst fears may have come to pass. Perhaps according to this, if this is to be trusted. So this came from the Eravisian to us?
It did indeed.
Is there any way to sort of track to see if like this is like, because I imagine this is how Age is seeing, right? They've taken control of actually, well, would it be his equipment? What would be the ident of his, like his, like how would we know that this is coming from him? It would be his like.
It would be it's like a data packet. It would be stamped in the heresy books. They sealed and stamped data-wise. That it belonged to Inquisitor Cadogan. Like it would have his ident code on it at the very least.
I guess what I mean is like, would you have to have his intimate knowledge to reproduce this, or would you have to have his equipment to reproduce this?
You would need to have his access codes. Essentially, you could do that through his equipment, but you could also do it through your own armor, Aegis, if you knew his coding. It's like a password and a login, so it doesn't. It's not perfect.
Yeah. So okay, it would appear that either part of his biologics or his armor has survived. The enemy is attempting to use it against us.
If they have access to his armor, they would have access to his codes. If not, it might be something else.
Is it possible, Brother Aegis, and all of you there, that you missed something? that he
Indeed.
could have
Oh.
escaped somehow? Is it possible that he is not dead?
I mean, I could replay the sort of the recording on my own memory.
Yeah, I mean, you can play it on the table, and it's pretty. Like I say, I can't go into too much, but like I say, he gets hit by the Reaper Chainsword, and at the moment of contact, there is a bright flash of light, like a flare, and then he is gone. There is just blood and mist.
Maybe an odd question, but does the recording match my memory?
I need you to make either a tech check or an insight check, and I am not telling you the answer to that very, very important question.
Yeah, I am definitely not doing insight. Well, 2.
Yeah, you can't remember. The recording, it looks about right, but it was the heat of the moment. It's not something that you can just, even for an Astartes, recalling the split second of something that you were already rushing into is not going to be easy.
Yeah. Also, the sheer size of the weapon was like many times larger than his body, and like the second it comes down, like, I mean, I think Aegis is in the camp that nothing could have survived that. So maybe it's just possible that they could have hacked his equipment. I don't know. Maybe even before he died somehow.
Potentially. So I have to give vague answers.
Not Cadigan, no. Ambrose
Give it
would
away,
cut
Liam.
across. Shut up. Ambrose would cut across. Conjecture is pointless. All evidence supports he is dead. If he is not, we will try and rescue him if the evidence does not correlate to what is. But until he is proven otherwise, Cadigan is dead. Is that clear to everyone?
As you say that, Inquisitor Reed responds, Ambrose is absolutely right. We must work under the assumption that Cadigan has died. But there would be a response as well from Calliope going, but let us not be so callous as to think that if he is alive and reaches out to us, we have a secondary objective, yes?
Agreed. He is my friend, and not only my lord.
My mentor.
This line of thought is confusing to me. I do not believe for a second he could have survived that blow. I was more concerned with the potential for corrupted scrap data being sent in data packets to the ship as a form of sabotage.
Is there a way to isolate our systems so that the message can be displayed?
Reed sort of looks at Calliope, as Calliope is now essentially, I will make some more tech priests who, obviously the ship would have more than one, but until then it's Calliope, guys. But Calliope goes, because she is now the ranking tech adept, I guess, it is possible, but it does come with risks. We would shut down our own systems to enemy incursion, but it also means shutting down our own potential. It might be wiser to not. If we can continue to modify our own systems to work within these parameters while remaining safe, that might be preferable. If we shut down all our systems, we were going into battle blind, is what I'm saying.
Ah.
Anyone else?
I would just make a... go ahead. I was just going to say.
I think Morales pretty much to say he's more focused on the map currently. He's trying to pinpoint where exactly such heresies would be taking place. So he's more just going through his own memory to figure out the habits of the arch enemy to some degree.
You can make an insight check, and I'll let you add your what's it called? Your law chaos one.
Yes, I don't have that great an insight of one, but I'll certainly try.
I appreciate that.
Not a success, baby. Yes. Yeah, I think he just finds that he trying to discern the nature of the archenemy invites the idea of understanding. He does not understand the archenemy, therefore he does not care.
Good. Truly, in 40k terms, good. Okay. In that case, you really guys, it is a case of gearing up and going in, I think. You guys tell me. I don't know what you want to do, you know?
Yeah, I would just say gear up and go in. I mean, we've debated like 3 different strategies, but I think we agreed that we'd kind of settled on at least one. And from there, we kind of just need to enact it. Otherwise, the more time we delay, the longer they have to recover.
I wonder if I could do a requisition check.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We're pre-mission here, so this is what I want. Is everyone telling me what you want? You know.
And this is like this is kind of like you would have to decide whether I'm able to do this. But I'd like to do as a requisition check as Ambrose, because he has very little wealth but a higher influence, for a weapon upgrade as a friendly gift to Andromeda.
If you were doing it for a different player character, I'd be more inclined. I feel it's a bit cheeky to do it for yourself.
No. Absolutely fine. I will do it as Andromeda. It was merely a question.
Yeah, no, I get where you're going, and I do like it. It's like, if you were doing it for like George, for something for George, I'd be fine with it. It's more just like, I don't know, I feel it's very cheeky to do it for yourself.
No. Look, at the end of the day, you don't ask, you don't get, sort of shit.
Oh, absolutely. I respect the hustle, always. You guys know me. But...
but I was hoping to do a requisition check for... Oh, excuse me. Like,
you're excused.
I'm dying here. So, it was doing a requisition check for a red dot sight.
Okay.
Upgrade for my thingy, for my needle.
Okay,
and a dueling grip for my blades.
Okay, and we did say that we're going to do everything separately last time we did this, because obviously it can get quite goofy, can't it?
Stacked.
We deliberately overruled it. So, in that case, for the red dot sight, it's actually not a crazy amount. It's a DN of 1, plus the rarity of common, so it's simply a DN2 test. Requisition influence check. I am being messaged on Hangout. Can Erlo offer something small for Fool? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's bring the fucking navigator in for Jacob. Of Fool's choice. Yeah, sure. We can have Erlo make a little requisition check for you, Jacob. With the success there, Andromeda, what would you like the red dot sight on? I'll apply it.
The needle rifle, please, and the dueling grips that I'm yet to roll for would be going on the Death Cult power blades.
Okay, 1 second. Needle rifle, edit, red dot sight has been, I think, applied. Has it worked? What's it do? Effects, nothing. Stats, nothing. Strange.
+1 to attack rolls.
How
So
strange.
basically, +1 ballistic skill
Yeah,
by definition.
Just weird that it didn't. It doesn't have anything that it can add. That's fine. Ballistic skill, add 1. Submit. Cool. Exit. Apply. Dum dum. Dum dum gum gum.
Dum dum, you give me
So
gum
it's
gum.
13 at the moment, your ballistic skill. Edit. Red dot sight. Okay, now it's applied to your gun. Cool. There you go. I found it. I'm good at stuff.
Thank you, baby.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. I did the thing. But it was dueling grips, wasn't it?
Yes, please.
Just 1, 2. How many do you want?
Well, I only have the 1 Death Cult Power Blade.
It's true, you do. Okay, just the 1 then. That has a value of 3 and a rarity of uncommon, so it'll be a DN5 for me, please.
I will use one of my bitch coins, so I go down to full wealth.
Sounds good. Alright, and I've applied a dueling grip to your power blade.
Thank you, baby.
No
Then we're done.
worries. Alright, anyone else?
I would like to try and obtain.
No. No. Fuck, I'm loading all the wrong maps. There we go.
Spoilers.
Sorry, but they don't have that in stock.
So
Sorry,
you can't park there.
Apologies.
Hey, honey. Sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was possessed by the spirit of Arnold Schwarzenegger for a minute.
You gotta be a little bit more careful with what you requisition in the future, alright?
Oh god, I just cycled through all the fucking maps.
You do not have a vehicle compatible with spoilers.
Oh dear, it's the fact that Kit Burger that I did the Do Not Redeem video, he's released a new one where he put 2 scam lawyers on the phone to each other on opposite sides of the same case. It's fucking quality. Anyway, yes David, what would you like, my dear?
I would like to try and requisition some, like, thing for my new furry
What?
companion.
Oh, I see. I thought you had a manual furry for a second, and that deeply concerned me. What would you like to requisition for Gristle?
For Gristle, I believe, essentially just like a guardsman's tactical vest modified to fit over his torso.
I can allow flak armor.
Yeah, just some flak armor for him.
Bit odd in it, but we can do these things.
I mean,
Man likes his dog, I guess.
well, let's put it like this. As the dog's already lost one.
Yeah, no,
owner,
100%.
I'd like it to at least survive and not join him so soon.
No. My brain
Plus,
is doing stupid
I'm
things
always-
again.
Plus, I always charge into combat. Like, we get shot at before half the time before we get into combat. At the very least, he needs that length of time to survive extra.
True. Have you considered just throwing him?
No, because I would just cast.
Man does have a point though. Yeeting a wolf is a power move.
It is.
I would try and essentially just cast Windwalker all the time, and me and Bro would just fucking zoom.
That would be so fucking funny. Yep, flak armor is certainly doable. It has a value of 4 and a rarity of common, so all you need to do is give me a DN5, sorry, influence check.
Which is, I know what this is, I remember this, it's there.
Does it have any keywords? That would help.
Oh shit, yeah, keywords, I forgot about that. Flak, Imperium, and Astra Militarum. So you would get, it's +1 die, isn't it, per keyword? What?
Die.
A singular
What was the
die.
DN?
5. A singular dice, honey, is called a die. Why am I being flamed here? Getting fucking
And
heckled
then I
by
get
the
additional
wife.
you get additional dice for each keyword, so it goes from there's 3
Plus,
keywords.
you'd get +1, yeah.
No, never mind. +1 for each keyword, or
Yes, but each
So-
keyword you have matching, which in this case is only the 1.
in the one. Okay, right. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Then it's DN5, and I only have 3 dice.
You could get 6s. There's also glory is an option.
You could be really nerdy and say +1 hexapolyhedral.
Brian, shut the fuck up.
We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go.
Get out of here, Brian. Get out.
Nerd. This is cool kids playing with their toys and role-playing vivid imagination.
Close. No,
It's
not
my
21.
tism. I give the
2.
truth special focus.
It's my tism. Fucking A.
Unfortunately, no.
No. I'm afraid that there is no flak armor aboard the vessel.
How many successes did you get? You got.
It is no matter.
Yeah.
We shall rip a flak jacket off of a dead.
It's true, looting
a
is
dead
always an option.
guardsman. A dead guardsman upon the battlefield.
I was going to say,
Even in
Andromeda
death,
could
they
be persuaded.
still serve.
You could also just ask Calliope nicely.
Or Ambrose.
Yeah. There are characters who have flak armor and could part with it. Is an option.
Quite like Grimly.
Yes. Universally, the answer to that question is yes.
It's
I
yes from
don't
every-
think there's a single character who did not like Grimly. And if they did, they probably died.
Yeah, if they didn't like Grimly, they
I will
would kill
turn
my
to
rest of the
Calliope then. I will turn to Calliope. Inquisitor Calliope. In light of the loss of Grimsley, I'd like to be able to requisition from the armory a coat of black armor, a gristle, modified to suit him so that he may not join his previous bound.
Considering the next step upon our journey is to go and engage with the space wolves above Nocturne, it is probably wise to keep their sacred idol alive. Make me a DN3 persuasion check, just to keep the dice in the game in this dice role-playing game. How dare I know. Also, George, were you going to say, what was his name? Raoul? The last guy who hated Grimly fucking died a hell of a death.
There we go.
I don't recall the last fucker who hated Grimly, and that says something.
Well, Raoul was the cult sniper who went for him a few times. That's the closest thing I can think of. Raoul was the G-Star cultist dude. The bitch.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of.
Flashbacks of Abraham now.
Oh, who was Abraham again?
Fuck you!
Oh, man.
Abraham was my guardsman. He was my dude. He was Brother Devastator's man.
See, this is one of the reasons that I know we're looking at doing the Imperial Knight campaign for Armor of Erebus. I still am torn on the idea of maybe doing, like, each of you having a crew that you play as. Because I think you guys are up for the challenge of it, and I just love the idea of, like, you know, you build these characters, these tank crews, you know? I think it'd be really cool. But, yeah. But, like, people like Abraham.
I'm still sort of the nice idea, I can't lie. I already have something in mind.
I do love the idea of the knights, purely because it's, come Margaret, there's traitors to kill! You know?
Don't worry, help is on the way, dear.
I've already got an idea in mind of what I'd go for, but that's for later.
Fair enough.
Not
Right.
now, kitten whiskers.
In that case, David, on Gristle's character sheet, I shall add in a flak armor.
Jolly good, sir, jolly good.
It is equipped. I think an armor-plated Fenrisian wolf is pretty fucking awesome.
It's as close as I can get to him. I mean, even if he gets wounded, I can turn him into a cyber.
Oh God,
version
yeah.
wolf. Within reason.
Within, yeah, as you say, within reason.
Like, I'd need him to essentially, like, kind of give that nod
Yeah.
in case he wanted to join Gristle.
Gristle is here to avenge Grimly in this life and the next.
Yeah,
Like-
Gristle has gotten some vengeance. I'm sure he chewed on the bones of those who killed him.
Quite. Okay, anyone else for requisitions?
Yeah, would
Jacobs.
Ella be up for the challenge
What?
of getting me a
Oh, Force Albert! Okay!
Ambrose is up for the challenge.
No, this is specifically coming from the random golem.
God,
Right.
Navigator, help me out
What
here.
book are they going to be in?
Oh, it's the one for the bonus, the thing that Thrall was from.
Yeah, hang on,
but-
I'm looking it up.
Give me a second.
Force Matrix, Force Stay, Force Seal, Nemesis Force Halberd. Here we go. Right, I'll have to build it. It is range 2, strength damage is strength 5 plus 5 ED, AP minus 2, Force Nemesis. You add your will rating to its damage value. If no, show details page. Where's its value? There it is. Very rare, value 6. So that means, hang on, let me check here.
Would it get help? Would you get help at all from Thrall's keywords?
Well, let's double check. So value 6 and then very rare adds 4. So this is going to be a DN10 check. And then keywords are Force and Grey Knights. And I'm going to assume there'd also be Imperium, which would give 3 extra dice to Erlo. Erlo, where's his influence? Abilities, gear. Oh my god, I forgot what this was. So 3 extra dice, right? And it's DN10. Before I tell you any... I tell you what, Erlo will also use his mimicked voice to trick people. So he will try and deceive people over the Vox to get this. I'm also going to say that he could intimidate a little bit. Cool. So behind the scenes, Erlo has managed to open up a Vox contact to Grandmaster Voldus of the Grey Knights. And very sort of over the Vox, he's basically going full, do not redeem! And he's manipulating things behind the scenes. He's trying to make a shipment go a little wide, changing a decimal place here. And we roll. Only 9 successes. We could burn a point of wrath, but it will have to come from Thrall.
Do it.
Oh, for the comedy of it, sure.
Do it. No.
Order.
Yes, he
Order.
order. He may roll.
Jesus. With 15, I'll pop one into glory. With 15 successes, Thrall, you end your meditation in your private chapel. And as you turn to leave, stood at the doorway, wrapped in the bandages, completely mummified, hooded, carrying a, what to him is like a coffin-sized sarcophagus behind him on a chain, comes Erlo Cervini. Ah! Grey Knight! Surprise!
What? What did you...
Greetings! I'm here.
That's so loud.
I'm here to, Sorry, darling. Well, I don't know, you wouldn't have met her. Now, and he sort of heaves the chain. I reached out to a few contacts of mine who happened to have recently purloined a couple of items, you know, which I thought might interest you. Something up your street, you know, the sort of thing. Anyway, thought you could use this more than I could. I was going to hang it on my wall. You know, a bit of a wall collector of Astartes memorabilia. And he leans down and lifts the lid, and inside is a pristine condition Nemesis Force halberd. What do you reckon?
Thor would take it and go like basically having the hilt of the force halberd into the ground as like it ignites in psychic like energy. And your contacts somehow stole this.
Stole? No! No, we would never steal from a Knight of Grey, from a blessed warrior of the Himon-Terra. No, they acquired it.
Yeah. How?
Carefully.
Not a wrong answer, I'll give him that much.
It's like saying Julius Caesar died more than 2 years ago. Like, he's not wrong.
Yeah, so how many demons are we going to face? At least 3.
You're going to say more than one. Yes.
Even if it's only one, it could be a very big one.
It's a funny story. I have a friend who's in the Departamento Munitorum, and, you know, he works in the surplus department, and this was in surplus, and every month they hold a raffle. And this came up on the raffle, and he was like, hello, you're working with a Grey Knight at the moment, and I was like, you're not meant to know that, Derek. But anyway, Derek, big mouth on him, probably been shot by a commissar by now. He sent it to me via the post. And so I thought you could use it. It's not cursed or anything, look. And he sort of taps the activation rune in his hand. See, works and everything.
Does it actually ignite with psychic
It fully ignites with psychic power, yeah. Whoops.
You didn't see that.
Yeah, they're all just like take it, just like out of his hands, like very well. I don't. Is that the one test I can do of Arlo?
You can. What other test could you possibly want to make, George?
Fair question.
I'm sorry, George. Is there something strange?
Yes, he got his hands on a force halberd. I wasn't expecting him to succeed.
Fucking ungrateful little shit, aren't you? And here's me doing something nice for a friend, and all you could do is ask questions like, "Oh, how did you get a relic of the, of the Astartes?"
Roll for hand job, thank you, Jacob.
Bit petty.
The only other thing that I could think of is honestly either psycho grenades, shock grenades, and bolt ammunition.
You say the name, I'll get them for you.
Roll an acquisition check for the Emperor's son.
Sure thing.
Bring me the Blackthrone.
Got it. Boom. The system erupts in fire as the Blackthrone emerges from the warp.
I want the Emperor resurrected, please.
Listen, I can resurrect him, but I can't make him a good dad.
Say less. Say less.
Here, I'll summon corn for you instead.
Damn.
Want some corn? I heard you wanted breakfast.
Anyway, he's able to, canonically, he gives you the force halberd. Anything else you want? Recaf, Gleese, I could go grab Adonis and like milk him for some, I don't know, protein. Don't you bathe in the blood of innocence or something? I can get you some innocence. They go cheap these days.
No, that was a horrific rumor spread by Matthew Wardeth.
I've heard of him. Nasty remembrancer. Fake news, fake news.
I'd be surprised if even a remembrancer would remember us. We're not meant to be that far back remembered.
That is true. Either way, if you ever want to, indulge old habits, I've got Sister Carmen's body dumping around somewhere, so say the word and he just trots off.
Fucking Christ!
I want a god-tier weapon.
As he walks off, you just hear him going, "Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious."
Christ. Yeah, the only other thing we would want to requisition is bolt ammunition.
Sure.
Which he would have to do on his own. I'm pretty sure like he gets like a set amount, like something like that. It could be wrong.
We have neighbours.
Yeah, so you guys do restock ammunition for free at the start of any mission. 2 pieces of ammunition each, to be exact. The only thing that you would requisition for is if you wanted special issue ammunition.
Okay, gotcha, boss. Ooh.
I also now need to make the stats for Nemesis Force Halberd. Fuck's sake, George.
Don't basically just do what you did with the fucking Force Sword.
I will.
Yeah.
Which mark of chaos do you want it to have?
None.
Oh, fine.
Zinj, obviously. Psychic powers go hand in hand.
Force Halberd.
I want the Chaos God Neferata.
Ooh, spicy are we today?
I'm just doing a test roll of my weapon, Bob, because I was curious.
Yeah.
Fucking Jake said, "Malice, please."
Fuck's sake. I want Cadogan back.
Cadogan becomes the next warp entity to ascend.
I think Ghost already big enough. I don't want him actually getting a religious following.
Christ.
His ego's already inflated as is.
Did I apply the Nemesis trait? No. What I can do is go on to Fool. There's Fool's character sheet. There was Fool's character sheet. Thank you. Nemesis Force Halberd is on your character sheet, but before you equip it, what is your will power?
8.
Jesus, so you add 4 to its damage value.
Yes.
So it's damage 9. Holy tits. Cool. And then you may now equip your fancy new halberd.
Thanks, boss.
No worries. Malice, please. Hey, Armor of Aravis. You can wait for Malal. He's coming. Oh, Lord, he coming. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my 2 bolt ammunition and be happy.
Okay, everyone, you should already have it on your character sheet, so you should be good. Anyone else? Aegis want anything?
Not like anything small for this mission, but I was thinking eventually, like a different loadout entirely for like a certain mission.
Yeah.
Like he has like a more compact shield, a normal set of armor, and then like a jetpack. But that's like way
Full assault Aegis. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that means
Yes, Brother Aegis, join me in the front lines.
Obviously, we'd lose a bunch of survivability, but being able to move 3 times as fast would be pretty cool.
I mean, we can roll it. People can offer help actions, and yeah, we can roll that shit.
Aegis without the Terminator armor.
I know.
Fucking hell! I never thought I'd see the day.
Or if Brian requisitions 2 jump packs, he can keep the Terminator armor.
Let's not push it too far. Like, there's only so much chaos I can accept.
I'm sorry, if the Blood Angels can have a jump pack dreadnought.
Well, I think we went over
Where the
this,
fuck
and
did this happen?
it was ruled that we couldn't put the jetpack on the Termi armor.
I know.
That is, the major limitation. Plus, the shield also limits limits movement, so.
It does. George, are you not aware of the Blood Angels jump pack dreadnought?
I know they had it like within like recent times. They had a psychic power that allowed them to.
No,
affect
they have a
deep
model.
strike. You're bullshitting me.
No, it's from Heresy. It's a Heresy pattern dreadnought.
You're fucking with me.
No, I'm literally sending it in Hangout right now. It's on the Contemptor chassis. They have it allows in Heresy 2.0 it allows the dreadnought to have the deep strike special rule, and it can double its movement for 1 turn. It's a jump pack it's a jump pack dreadnought. Legit, I'm not screwing with you. I'm sending it in Hangout right now.
I see it. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's every bit as offensive as you think it is.
Get it? Offensive?
124 fucking hell.
Dollars. I should stress for some reason my Games Workshop is logged into the rest of the world. What the fuck? Apparently I simply exist everywhere but England.
It'd be like that sometime.
Honestly.
England is my country.
But yes.
Remember that?
So, Aegis, you are welcome to... I will say that because it is an objective downgrade, I can let you have the armour for free. Simply because that is, there's enough members of the Sim Feast around that they'd lend you some that you could just spray paint, you know, Abaddon black.
Yeah. And it kind of maybe hinted at, like, when I took the advancement, that maybe you still had your regular armor around. I'm not sure, but
it does get a little bit. Yeah, that's true, because it does. Yeah, kind of replace it.
So yeah, the main thing to requisition would be like the shield and the jetpack, because I think the jetpack's kind of rare, but it doesn't have to be like right now.
That's alright. Well, let's go for it. It's fucking cool, man. Let's go for it.
Also,
I've added your armor to your character sheet, just so you know. What was the other thing? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the progression. I forgot what it's called. I think it was like stay the course or whatever it was. I think I still had I never actually requisitioned anything from that because I didn't know what I wanted. So maybe that could play.
What does stay the course do again? Remind me. I'm checking it now. Oh, these character sheets are not easy to bloody find.
They're not. I like flipping through it and I don't even know where to go to.
Oh my god, I'm just reading your notes, dude.
Dude, there's a million things.
I didn't know you had this.
No, I didn't take very good notes, but there's some stuff there.
They're pretty good notes. Skull Taker of Carniv, Corn crit for crit, dead slain. Aegis infected with Flayer virus, change, Time Factory, Omnus, being pursued by Necron Space Pirate. These notes are fucking hilarious.
Big little spark notes.
Aegis is having a bad day. Stay the course. Fuck, where is it? It's your level up, isn't it? It's the...
Yeah, who's the rank up or the...
Yeah, archetypes, ascension packages, right?
Yeah.
Stay the course. Oh my god, it doesn't let me open it.
I have to actually go to the Doctor Doom where I might...
That's what I've just checked. Well, I've checked the library, but... Here we go, page 154. What page is that? 62, 18, 104, 106, 110, 120. Oh, that's making my head hurt. 52. Psychic Revelations. Wow.
So stay the course, so you can either do 1 very rare item or 2 rare items. And I never picked, because I couldn't really, there was nothing at the time that I was
I do remember that.
So if a jetpack is 1 very rare...
I will check that for you. It's worth knowing.
That would be easy peasy right there.
Aegis, not in Termi armor. What is the world coming to?
It would just be like special missions if it ever happens.
It's
where we
cool,
gotta,
man. I like it.
go
Character growth.
Small, where somewhere really fast, where threats not maybe. Too weird.
Jump pack. Stats. Value 7. Rarity. Rare. You can have it.
Cool. Okay.
Alright, I've added it to your character sheet.
Okay, and then I guess we could actually go with the State of Course 2 rare items, and then I'll get the what was it?
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to use the jump pack and an Ogren slab shield at the same time, I think. Combat shield, storm shield, sure. Slab shield's key.
Yeah, just Astartes boarding shield or the
Yeah.
whatever would make sense. Yeah.
Well, why don't you do a requisition for a storm shield, and depending on what you get, we'll see what we can do, because that's like the best one.
Okay. Yeah.
So that one is a value 8 with a rarity of unique. So you are looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That you are looking at a DN 14 influence check for that.
So, because of the State of Course, I can technically requisition 2 rare items. Can I like use that rare
Even
item?
compared together, that's unique. You can't bring it up to that level.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Just the 2 rares wouldn't make it unique. However, it does have the Imperium, Adeptus Astartes, Inquisition traits, so you would get +3 dice to the roll. You have quite a lot of glory.
On my character says 3 wealth, but I don't remember getting 3 wealth.
You do from your ranking ups and your acquisitions. You should have that. That is
You very rarely.
you've not
used
spent
yours.
it. Yeah.
I spent all of our starting wealth, so unless we have that, we would have had to get new wealth, and I don't know if we have.
I'm more than happy to say, for the sake of simplicity, Brian, I'm more than happy to say just keep it. You looted, Castellus's corpse or something. You took his watch. Like, you took his wallet, Like.
That is true. We could have actually just robbed the High Lord,
Like, straight
which
up.
would make our crime a lot worse in a way.
It's fucking hilarious.
I guess murdering him is the bad part, but
Right, do you want to go for the
yeah,
go for it then? It's DN
let's
14, but you've got an extra 3 dice plus wealth plus any glory you choose to partake in.
see. So it's influence roll, right?
It is indeed.
Then, so what would the DN be?
14.
Oh my god! And then, how many? What was all the names on it?
Imperium,
Got a
Adeptus
+3.
Astartes, Force Field, Adeptus Ministorum, and Inquisition. So you've got 3 that match there. So +3 dice.
DN was 14, and then, I mean, I could try. If people want, I could take all 3 glory and see what happens.
I will also allow a
fuck it,
health
why-
action, just to be, nice.
Why not? Why not? Fucking Aegis is getting the help he needs to get out of that Terminator armor. I reckon we should encourage this
To be
behavior.
fair, this wouldn't have been possible before the removal, right? He was like merged with his armor.
Yeah,
That's with the whole flare virus shenanigans.
Yeah.
this is one chance to be normal by Astartes standards.
God bless
Were we
Aegis.
allowing an assist? What was that?
If someone wants to assist, they can.
I don't think I have the influence to be helpful. Only Rhinos there.
Ambrose will assist. He has an influence of 9.
Wow.
How does that pull into it?
So you would add any of the dice that are not base, if that makes sense. So how many
we're
does
like
he?
replacing
How many
my-
influence does he have in the stat, Liam, from Ambrose? So not baseline, just how many
Base-
does he have in the
Base is 4, so his improvement is. Base is 5, improvement is 4.
Okay. So Brian would get an extra 4
Alright.
dice then.
Okay, 4. All right, there's a chance.
There's a good chance.
Let's give her a whirl.
Oh,
Are these wrath rerollable?
Yes.
yeah.
And you can spend wealth.
I could spend all 3 wealth.
Do it.
What is
Fucking-
what is the major difference? I haven't actually seen like the stats on this thing. What does it do?
A storm shield.
Yeah,
Okay.
well this was a relic?
No.
No, storm shields are. It's depending on the unit standard. Storm
What was
shield.
DN14 then?
So a storm shield is that rare. So a storm shield is
Really?
value 8, rarity unique. It grants bulk 1, power field, and shield. It gives you +2 to your armor rating, and it is invulnerable. That's the thing that is incredible.
Yes.
It grants that invulnerability.
It
You
does
already
not.
have that through the cloak, right?
The adamantine mantle. The adamantine mantle does not. It simply is an extra shield that gives you +1 and does not grant invulnerable with value 9 unique.
What does the invulnerable do again?
Invulnerable means your resilience can't be reduced. It's incredible.
I think I'm so beefy all the time.
Kind of a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
From
It's very
It's-
upsetting.
However, you have to remember that upon using the storm shield, it does have bulk 1, which I think it lowers your speed by 1.
That's where the jump
Yeah.
pack comes in.
That's
Yeah,
fair point. Make him into a fucking Vanguard veteran.
Yeah, straight up, man. It's really cool.
Okay. Well, I will spend all of the wealth. Why not?
Okay, that'll bring you up to the required amount, and Brother Aegis receives a storm shield, making him, Jesus Christ, resilience 22 still. And then the storm shield comes in, and he's resilience 24, defense 17. With
It would be like
invulnerable.
I'd have to unequip the slab shield when I'm using
Oh yeah, so that puts
so-
you at defense 13, resilience 20, but it can't be reduced. That's the thing that's mental.
Yeah,
well,
you
the
ever
main-
have a complaint about Dacarius ever again?
I'll find a way.
main perk would be that I could now actually charge and
Yes.
sprint and jetpack
And
around.
if you read the jetpack with a piloting check, you can start like bouncing around, doubling your movement, stuff like that.
Yeah, I will probably have to put some skill into it, so this will be up for the future. But it's good to have it all bought now, you know. So
Absolutely.
next time we get XP.
I'm extremely sorry because I know that I have already requisitioned 2 things. Would you object to me if I requisitioned one final modification to my
Yeah.
sniper rifle?
Yeah, that's fine.
Megathul Accelerator I see as an option.
Mega what?
Megathul Accelerator.
Oh yeah. Design used by
the-
the Death Corps of Krieg. Extensive heat sinks along the length of the barrel. It's the Lucius pattern upgrade for a las weapon only.
Oh, bit rude.
Gains +2 damage and loses reliable.
Fine. It would be a bit more. Is it possible to even mastercraft a needle rifle?
It's possible.
I'll give it a go
Okay.
because it's the same thing
Essentially.
effectively.
Mastercrafted. +2 to any attack. Oh, one was +2 damage to the las. This is +2 to the attack roll. Just so you know, that's the difference. This
Yeah, that's fine.
gives the reliable trait, has a value of 7, and is very rare. So we'll add 4. So that will be a DN 11 influence check.
Is anyone able to help me? Is anyone able to assist? Pretty please.
Unfortunately not.
Enemy has the ability to assist anymore.
What's this for? We can only assist like one time, or is that the rule?
It's not really a spoken rule, but I do think, seeing how Liam, you've already had items, I won't allow assists on this one.
Also, is this the new character?
Yeah.
How we vouch for you? like you wouldn't try to help.
Aegis,
the only
violent,
just being
intense.
honest. I mean, just be honest.
If
Right?
Ambrose helps you again, I swear to God.
With
Just
this
wait till
character,
Cadigan hears about this. Oh wait.
DN 11, yeah.
Please.
Fuck. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I had
wow.
no chance.
Yeah, maybe not. My apologies, but even with the extensive abilities of the crew, you're not going to be able to requisition a mastercrafted upgrade to the gun. Like, you don't have the time alone to... It's not like it's just like slap it on. It has to be rebuilt, remade, you know? All good? Any more for any more?
That's it, really.
Okay. In that case, there is one little RP interaction I want to do before we get on with the mission, if that is okay with everyone. And it takes, after a little while, Andromeda, you are called to the reactor core. A little sensory burst appears, specifically on your...
It's fine, I'm alive, we're good. We don't need a new character anymore. Cadigan's here.
Allow me to remedy this. You receive a sensory burst on your private Vox with the ident on Cadigan. So from his personal... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, app. His WhatsApp, you know?
Yeah.
Do you go, or do you choose to ignore it?
She will go. Someone's
Okay.
clearly wanting his attention.
As you get down to the reactor, it is a hubbub of extremely busy situation. Like, the entirety of this place has become being self-run, essentially. The difficulty is, of course, without Calypso here, there's very little to be able to actually control what's occurring, and like, people are running the place, but it's messy, right? It's automated without much precision. As you arrive, waiting for you is Calliope Wren, who is leaning over a console looking at the huge plasma reactor, looking a bit frustrated, if I'm honest with you.
Andromeda would walk up behind her. She's not trying to not be noticed, but she's not being loud by any means.
As you approach Calliope, not without looking around. You made it then? I was waiting down here for ages. I thought I was going to sweat out my levers.
You have a strange kind of arrogance that he had. Not as refined, of course, but...
I had a good teacher.
Frankly, you have balls to use his ident.
I figured it would get your
And I
attention.
respect that.
I also
respect
thought it
that.
would be a good sign of trust, of alliances and allegiances, and the petty dynamics of the Inquisition.
Yes,
I
suppose
saw-
you are the new Inquisitor.
I saw something disconcerting when we were assessing the Aravisian with Brother Aegis. I saw our master's ident flicker for but a second on the screen. I want to know what you know.
Wouldn't you want to know? To report to your mother or to make things right?
Why do you think I report to my mother?
Because, and Andromeda would slowly start prowling, like, to and from. Because if you were anything like him, you play both sides of the board until the scales tip.
True. Very true. And it would not be in my favour to report the survival of our master to my mother. Earlier, you may have noticed one of our colleagues referred to me as Inquisitor, Calliope Wren. I have formalized that as my title, not Calliope Reed. Calliope Wren, the name my father gave me. The Master of Assassins. Do you understand what I am telling you?
You mean to tell me that you hold no true faith to the Reed name?
I do not hold faith in the way you put it. It has its uses and it has its advantages. But allow me to be extremely transparent, which is rare for an Inquisitor. My mother was ready to throw me to the dogs and to use me as a host for a divine parasite, shall we call it. For we do not even know if this child is parasitical, xenos, or as I fear, demonic in nature. Our master, your friend, my friend, feared that this son, while it may be undeniable is indeed the son of the Emperor of Mankind, is not without his corruption. If Cadigan is alive, we must honor his vision for the future. I want there to be no secrets between us, Andromeda. I am Cadigan's second, not you. And as such, you answer to me, but I do not want to pull rank. I want us to be sisters in this, to be allies. I am an Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus, and I have forsaken my mother's name and title.
Insight.
Roll, and I'm not telling you the DN. For fucking obvious reasons.
Wrath. I will fucking use it all.
Makes sense.
Success is 3.
3 successes.
Yeah.
To Calliope's words, there is a hint of shame. There is a hint of, not regret, but ambivalence. But there is an honesty to it.
Andromeda would freeze as she paces in front of her. I have been here 5 minutes. 5. And your mother has already lied to me once.
You get used to that.
Like it or not, Inquisitor Calliope Bren, I served Cadigan. I do not serve you. Not yet.
You will come to. I wish to earn your service. But understand that I will be calling the shots and giving the orders. Because nobody knows my mother better than I. And nobody knows the damage and hell that she will rain better than I. Our goals, Andromeda, align. I would not see us be enemies in this.
Tell me, what do you know of old Terran Latin?
I speak some. High Gothic, you mean?
What is mortis?
Death.
I was awoken for a purpose. It is obvious that Cadigan, our lord, saw threat, not only externally. I am not unfamiliar with killing those who would ordinarily be our allies for the good of the Imperium. And should it come to that, and you honor my master, you will have my aid and my loyalty.
Then perhaps a gesture of trust is what you need. Aye? I can offer you one.
I make no such assurances, but what?
I ask for no such assurances. She turns to the holodeck and brings up a vid feed from Aegis's helmet. I have been doctoring these vid feeds, changing them, ensuring that people have seen only what I have wanted them to see. Harsh, I know, but necessary. This is the correct and undoctored footage. And she plays it, and you see that flash of light, and when it disappears like a breeze has hit, the blood spray. Did you see it? And you sort of squint, and she goes back, and she plays it, frame by frame. And in the center of that blood spray, there is like an after image of Cadigan. That is a displacer field. Yes? This is why I have hidden it. They must not know he lives.
If he lives, and if what your birth mother has said is a complete lie as to what I am now aware, then it is best that she does not know.
I agree.
I am aware of different elements that has drawn the conclusion of his survival.
What elements? We must not let anything slip the net.
Contact.
Her eyes slightly widen at that. How?
A Vox connection using his own idents, I believe.
Crafty bastard. Then
He
let us...
never was subtle in time.
He had his moments. Understand this then, before we head out on this mission. Inquisitor Cadigan opened my eyes to the true danger of this galaxy. It is not Xenos, like my mother has taught me. It is not humanity, like my father has taught me. It is the powers beyond the veil. Even if you never serve me, understand that I serve the same cause as our master. And she makes the sign of the Inquiller. Ave Imperator, sister.
Ave Imperator, Inquisitor, Calliope, Ren.
And she bows her head and watches you leave. Alright. Mission time. Anyone else want to do anything else before we begin?
I'm ready to kill.
I have been ready to rip and tear.
In that case... yes, quite.
For the Emperor, of course. Yeah.
In that...
Until it is done.
We'll bathe in the blood of our enemies for the Emperor, of course.
Blood for the blood god.
For the Emperor on the blood throne. Anyway, what?
The blood for the blood god on his golden throne.
For the golden feet!
What? Hold on a minute.
What?
King Julian!
Christ.
Is that here?
So, in that case, I'm afraid it's a little more Calliope. It's a little more Calliope and Andromeda RP time. Because the rest of you are in... what's it called? Teleport Reserve.
Water room.
Before anything else, are there any NPCs you wish to actively bring on this mission?
I'd say less is more personally, but it's down to the party as well. In the single instance.
Just me and my boy.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of them are going to be tied up potentially in the big distraction, right? Unless we're...
The big distraction is, the Sin Feast, but that's to distract the Aravitians so you can sneak on board.
Yeah.
The only one I can think to bring is Brother Serpents and the anti-armor. Oh, fuck hell.
What about Armet as well? Because he can bonk.
He do the bonk.
Was there potentially a replacement mechanic member? Someone with
and
more
Serpents are
expertise than me?
Yeah,
The only other one currently in system, just to answer my apologies, the only other one currently in system that is named and we know currently exists is Call himself, and he's on the Abyssal Moor and not available currently.
Yeah, let's bring Belisarius Cool with us. What could go wrong?
Always ends well.
I definitely would like to hear.
I'm not saying he wouldn't enjoy it, but he's not currently available.
Yeah, he's a bit of a main character.
I want to be in the next Cool novel, damn it.
Sadly, these campaigns are not canon.
Yet.
Give it time.
GW buys the rights off of you.
Not a fucking chance. I wouldn't sell to GW no matter what they paid me. Fuck them. They stole my work and published it. They could fuck themselves. Like, I have
Probably
no
do
luck.
this anyway.
True. You're not wrong. Right, anyhow. Why the fuck does wildcarding not work at the moment? Fuck's sake. Sorry, shit's being annoying and it's not working. Through the Hellfire and the las beams, a singular Thunderhawk gunship is able to slip into the Aravisian. You're on the higher levels, making your way through the heavy iron decking. I would like Liam to make a law chaos check for me. Sorry, George.
Break my heart, man.
I know.
Scholar, yeah.
Oh, that's not working. Oh no, there it is. Please, yes.
What DN?
4. I think that works. Does that work?
I know shit.
All you can sense is that here there is more of a presence of the enemy. There is more of a demonic or some sort of darker presence. As for what it is, though, I'm afraid you just don't know. But you are able to make it to a blast door. Heavy set sort of blast door with sort of huge bulkhead with the Cog Mechanicum on it. But the symbol in the centre of the Cog Mechanicum, rather than the usual skull, I think, being Automalius trained, you would know enough to recognise the symbol of Carneth, the symbol of Khorne. And that has been, like, burnished in bronze into the centre of the blast door.
Well, they're never subtle. I'll give them that. Is there any way to bypass the door's controls?
So, what you have on either side is 2 servo skulls that link to people on the other side of the door. You realise you have arrived at what's called the access spine. So this is a central sort of loading and docking area due to this place being such a high resource required area, yeah? So hacking the door is doable, but it's like hacking the door to the actual fort. Getting in, then people are going to wonder why the door just opened. But it is doable. Or you can communicate with people on the other side.
Now might be a good time to engage that disguise you are so fond of.
Calliope looks at you and smiles. I will do my finest. Indeed. And she sort of cracks open her face, and you see her skin remolds into a gas mask. Her tongue lolls out of her mouth as it becomes circular, and her tongue thickens into a small tube that then digs into her neck as she morphs into a Dark Mechanicum looking adept. Up close you can see that it's all like one being in flesh, but from a distance at least it is, at a glance, an adept. And stepping up to the door, she taps on the servo skull.
We have captured a prisoner of the enemy. Allow me access.
I cannot understand you, Bob. I'm
Why?
sorry.
It comes through fine on fucking everything else. Why is it just Discord?
Discord is being. It's just
so weird. It comes through fine on stream, but it doesn't come through okay on Discord. It must be something in the Discord settings, but I just don't know what, and it really upsets me. You know? So annoying. Anyway, she says we should please do not deny us access. A voice comes from the other side. You are unregistered. Who is the female biological attending you? Calliope sort of grabs you in the ribs.
Yeah, I'll put my hands behind my back and groan in pain.
Calliope, I have collected this one from the wreckage of the failed assault upon the Catalogian. Praise be the Black Omnisire. The voice comes across. The Catalogian has been destroyed, but his work lives on. Praise be! And Calliope goes, praise be! And then there's a praise be! And they start going back and forth a little bit. How do you sell it, Liam?
You're fucking heretics. All of you, get off me!
See how she squirms, ripe for... And Calliope sort of pauses for a moment. Genetic transfusions. And there's silence on the other side of the door. Noted. And there's a as the door begins to open. As you're able to push through, Calliope sort of escorts you in. You can see that this is a full sort of loading and hangar bay. A number of Skitari are mulling around. You can see small groups of corrupted Emberguard, the Votat. But the main thing you notice, for context, these are windows at the top. So if I move your token over here, this is like a wall barricade. So as you get closer, you can see past it. So there are also up here more Skitari, gun and, heavy weapons that can see you, but you're only able to see them through the cracks in the windows, right? It is a defensive position. But you are in.
Andromeda will keep her head down and almost shamble along, faking wounded status.
Okay. Where are you going to head to?
What does either side look like?
You can see that this place is pretty heavily fortified. There's a number of sort of caltrops, dragon's teeth blades designed to stop Terminator armoured or heavily armoured units. There's lots of solid snake cardboard boxes, barrels, things to hide behind. There are a number of black iron legionaries who are also observing you as you move. Their sort of rancid breath leaving mist in the air. But there are also, you can see, a network of red tripwires that seem to be linked to a number of defences. And as you sort of begin to walk up, one of the Skitari follows you, and you see these vents with the gas coming out, and the Skitari goes, by all means continue. The rust breath is lethal only to the unfaithful of the four. You will be fine. We have had to increase defense since the last engagement with the dogs of the false emperor.
Andromeda will, feigning weakness, lightly turn around and bash on Dark Mechanicum Calliope's chest. Please, I don't want to be genetically sampled. I don't want this. Let me go.
The Dark Mechanic Calliope looks at the Skitarii. Oh, how I hate the whimpering of the loyal servants of the God Emperor. And there's a sort of pause, and then she goes, curse him. And she sort of struggles to say it a little bit. And she sort of turns to you. When are we going to engage the teleport? We can't pass through that gas.
Calliope, Andromeda will look at Calliope Reed. Ren.
Mm-hmm. I mean, either or are correct. She has chosen the Ren name for the sake of honouring, distancing herself from Valerie.
And go, now. And she will immediately just take out her needle rifle and look at a chain reaction on those melter mines.
Okay, as you say that, Calliope's visage fails, the Dark Mechanicum adept disappears, the black armour levers take back over, and in a blur, as quick as yourself, a pair of hotshot las pistols are in her hands, and she goes, and the Emperor's blessings are here with us. And you see she stabs the spike into the ground. There's a bolt of lightning slams in. If you want to make a ballistic skill check for me, Andromeda, on the melter mind, go for it. And everyone else teleports in a flash of golden lightning.
Cue the music.
I was going to say, lightning arcs into the ground as you push, as it opens. Immediately, as you fire the shot, it strikes into one of the melter mines, detonates, and just vaporizes the ember guard next to it. The rippling explosion erupts outwards into a ball of fire, about 2-3 meters high and about 6 meters wide, and then begins to twist and turn, forming into a plasmatic sort of inferno, like a hurricane on a miniature scale. Stepping out of the golden light, you see Brother Aegis, whose token now needs to be significantly smaller, I recognise, but I'm working on that, whose jump pack begins to hum.
No, I'm not in the tactical. I'm still in the big suit.
Oh, okay. You'll need to. Is that equipped then? Your gear.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Okay, then the two Terminators step out, Aegis on one side, Fool on the other, with his halberd gripped. There's a howl as Gristle immediately just leaps into the Skitarii. And we are going into combat. But before we do, because I think we'll end the session with the start of combat, apologies, you hear lapdogs of the false Emperor. Yet again you come to die. And the doors, and at the top from this barricade, a trio of Astartes march out. Oh, if it would let me put them through the wall, but it won't, apparently. Where's the ghost setting? How annoying. A trio of Astartes march out, red plate, archaic patterns. You recognise berserkers of Khorne. And one of them looks at you.
They got the portrait of Plague Marines.
Yeah, it's because I've had to wildcard the tokens so that you get different artworks. I can edit it so that it will show the artwork instead. It's just being a pain. I can fix that between sessions. But the lead one, this one, steps forward, breathes in the gas of a laugh. Why did you not bring the custodian? And he revs his chain axe. It was by my axe that I felled their kin. And now I shall take your lives and skulls too. For the blood, Father. For the eightfold path. And with that, we will pick up.
I thought we did bring our mass.
You never decided. You are welcome to. Do you guys want to? No. Do you want to bring Arat? You are welcome to.
Honestly, I don't think you'd add too much substance from bringing him, I don't think.
He's just a beef powerhouse, like combat boy.
I actually think the risk is kind of too great, right?
Currently.
Because clearly before this even, we knew that was something they desperately wanted, and we have a lot of capable people, and we want a small strike team.
It's worth mentioning, however, he has just said that he's the one who shed custodian blood, so they definitely did have it.
Oh dear.
It's whether they can do anything with it that's the other problem. Custodians are obviously quite different to just Space Marines. Still, we good with that? I don't want to leave off if we're not satisfied, but I feel it's
all good.
I feel it's a good time to call it, because obviously we're now going into a major combat.
Do it to combat, precious.
Next week,
We had a character death.
yeah, Liam charges in immediately to a blood berserker of Khorne and just cut down, like straight up.
Blood Berserker of Khorne just stims and all of a sudden gets a nat 20 on an attack.
Out of pure
Even though that's
interest.
not the system.
Out of pure interest. Just to have a quick little look at what he does to Liam here. That's pretty good.
Stop it. Stop your private get roll.
That's pretty good.
Stop it.
Oh, they private. It was 19 damage,
Yeah.
AP minus 14. AP minus 4.
I'd be rolling determination on 15, so it's 19 4. So I'd be rolling determination on 8 wounds.
Spicy.
So
that's just one of his attacks. Anyway, we'll come to that next week when we do choppy stuff on Liam's face. Sound good?
3 wounds left over.
Cool. Alright. In that case, we have been Tattletales RPG, where the table may indeed be virtual, but you are most certainly welcome at it. Join us tomorrow for the Walking Dead Nevermore. Join us Monday for the Walking Dead Nevermore. Join us in the foreseeable future for Void Call, What Remains. But join us tomorrow for Age of Sigmar, The Broken Binding. Bye for now.
Finally, it has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own. We have both given ourselves to this. I offer no comfort. Make no mistake, it will return. When it does, when it does, the galaxy will burn in the fires of Blackthrone. Finally, It has come. That which we feared most. You told me a long time ago, old friend, one must always leave one's mark upon a plan. Without a signature, a plan is meaningless. One must devote oneself to it. Utterly. With total conviction. I have lain my hand upon this plan, this terminus decree, this fail-safe. I pray it will never return. For when it returns, the galaxy will never be the same again. The fires of war will have been to embers as to what is to come. My sigil rests alongside your own. We have both given ourselves to this.